Psalm 90, verse 14 reads, O Lord, satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Hi, I'm Pastor Greg Templin, and I, along with the entire Ephesus Baptist Church family, offer you a joyous welcome to our online service today, July 26, 2020. We'll sing for joy, and we invite all of you to sing along with us. It's also a special day as Kevin Fleegle, Minister of Youth at Ephesus, and by the way, next month we will celebrate his 15th anniversary in that position. But he will lead out today in recognizing and celebrating our young people who graduate in 2020, thanking God for all that He has done in their lives and the lives of their families already, and then what He promises to do going forward. We exist as a church, Ephesus does, to help people find and follow Jesus. And so our prayer today is that God will truly satisfy you this morning with His unfailing love in Jesus Christ, that you may follow Him and sing for joy and be glad all your days.
Every time I try to make it on my own, every time I try to stand and start to fall, all those lonely roads that I've been traveling on, there was Jesus. When this life I built came crashing to the ground, and the friends I had were nowhere to be found, I couldn't see it then, but I can see it now. There was Jesus. In the waiting, in the searching, in the healing and the hurting, like a blessing buried in the broken pieces. Every minute, every moment, where I've been and where I'm going, even when I didn't know it and couldn't see it, there was Jesus. For this man who needs amazing kind of grace, and forgiveness had a price I couldn't pay. I'm not perfect, so I thank God every day. There was Jesus. In the waiting, in the searching, in the healing and the hurting, like a blessing buried in the broken pieces. Every minute, every moment, where I've been and where I'm going, even when I didn't know it and couldn't see it, there was Jesus on the mountain, in the valleys. There was Jesus in the shadows, in the alleys. There was Jesus in the fire and in the flood. There was Jesus, always is and always was. I will never walk alone. In the waiting, in the searching, in the healing and the hurting, like a blessing buried in the broken pieces. Every minute, every moment, where I've been and where I'm going, even when I didn't know it and couldn't see it, there was Jesus. Jesus.
Well, everyone, I am so excited to go ahead and today celebrate our seniors and our graduates here at Ephesus Baptist Church. And who better to go ahead and start off with than this amazing young lady that I'm just so proud of, who has a huge heart. Her and her family have been here at Ephesus for quite some time, and I'm sure you're going to recognize her. And I can't wait to go ahead and let you see who it is and have a little bit of a conversation with her.
Hi, my name's Kayla. I've been going to this church since I was a baby, and I've been a part of this youth group since I started high school, and I graduated from Cary High. And since then, I'm about to graduate from NC State with a degree in social work and minors in nonprofit studies and business. And in a couple weeks, I'm about to start my first full-time job at Relias, a company located in Morrisville, and they provide training materials for healthcare professionals. So I'm very excited to start this next chapter.
Well, that's so wonderful to hear. I know it's been some trying times, some crazy stuff that you've had to deal with for graduation this year. It's definitely going to be a year to remember for the graduates of 2020. But I just still can't believe that I'm sitting here talking with you, that you're graduating from college. It just seems like yesterday that we were sitting in this room and you were just coming to join us in the youth room. So it's so amazing to see you grow up so much. So on that note, you've been a part of the youth group for quite some time. Maybe you can have a moment, something that a memory of something in the youth group that is a special time for you that you might be able to share with us.
I think probably my favorite part of being in the youth group was when we took our trip to Puerto Rico and did that mission trip. It was just very amazing. Like, I guess my favorite part of that trip was like the worship nights when we invited the families that we were helping to come and worship with us. Like they were singing in Spanish at the same time we were singing in English under the stars on this mountain in the middle of nowhere. And it was just a very, it was a very...
Yes, it was,
nice
definitely. I remember it quite well, and that was one of the most amazing, breathtaking times that I've had at worshiping, with definitely a world changers moment.
Yeah.
So, do you have like a special Bible verse that comes to mind that you might be able to go ahead and tell us about?
Yeah, I think my favorite throughout college has been Jeremiah 29:11, which is, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans for hope and a future. I think that's very important to hold on to, especially if you don't have your whole future planned out.
Yes.
So especially right now, everything is just up in the air.
Yeah.
So just gotta stay positive.
What a great verse to go ahead and hold on to. That's wonderful. So you've been here for quite some time, and you've been through the youth group and now through college, and maybe there's some people that are graduating this year from high school. Maybe there's something that you can go ahead and share with them about something you learned after you left the youth group and headed off to college. Maybe something that you can go ahead and share with them to help them in their next journey.
Yeah, my suggestion for anyone moving on to the next chapter would be, it's okay if you don't have your whole life planned out. In college, they make it seem like you have to know exactly what you want to do, but it's okay if you want to try out multiple things, change your major, whatever, or I don't know, my new job has nothing really to do with my major, but it got me to where I am, so everything happens for a reason. So that's what I have to say about that.
Amen.
Don't stress out too much.
Wonderful. That's great advice. That's something we've always talked about, that God doesn't make mistakes, and He can go ahead and put you just in the place you need when you need to be there, as long as we go ahead and try and connect with Him. Well, Kayla, I thank you so much for just taking a little bit of time to sit down and chat today, and to be able to just go ahead and share a little bit about yourself to celebrate this Graduate Sunday today. And we really appreciate you and the heart that you have. And I cannot wait to see the amazing things that happen in your future. You're an amazing young lady, and I know you're going to do wonderful things. We love you so much and hope you have a great future.
Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. We're glad to have you back again. We're here to go ahead and meet with another one of our college students. I think you're going to really enjoy getting a chance to hear about this young man. He's a wonderful guy, and I can't wait for you to hear a little bit about him. So without further ado, let's go ahead and meet him.
Hey, Ephesus, my name is Tyler Ray Baker. I've been a member here at the church since Vacation Bible School 2006. I currently just graduated from East Carolina University with my master's degree in social work.
Awesome. Well, Tyler Ray, you've been around here for quite some time, as you just said, and we've really enjoyed having you here and your family, and you've definitely been a blessing. I know I've had a good time with you here. How about you just tell us a little bit about when you graduate from ECU now? Well, you've graduated now in social work. What's your plans going to be with your degree now? What are you planning on trying to do?
Yeah, I've interned in many different aspects of social work, but my main goal is I want to practice therapy with children and adolescents. Anything clinically I can do, any setting I would love to be a part of.
That's awesome. Well, I of course, being the youth minister here, I like to work with kids and with youth. I'm a strong believer that change in this world starts with the younger generation. I think, the older generation has a lot we can teach them, but I think, if we start kids at a young age, being an influence on them and changing their lives, those are the people that are really going to make a huge change in this world. What is it that you've seen, or that you've been able to go ahead and use to apply what God's done in your life with these young kids to try and mold them, since they're our future?
For me personally, it's just telling them my testimony, telling them the things that I've been through and how God has led me to go to college. I was the first person in my family to go to college or to graduate from college, and I like to express that to the children I work with a lot, that just because you're the first person in your family to do something shouldn't stop you. And I just use God's testimony. I use my testimony and how God helped me get to where I was at in life, and maybe that can influence them of reaching their dreams or what they want to do as well.
That's awesome. I bet you're a great influence on them. I know they probably really enjoy that smile that you have all the time. Well, so you've had many years here, like we said, at Ephesus. What do you have, like a certain memory or a God moment that really, maybe you think back? It could be something that was funny, or maybe it was something that was serious that made a big difference in your life.
Yeah, definitely for me it was World Changers Philadelphia. On my crew I had Daniel Fulcher, Blake Templin, Colton Carter, and myself. So you can just imagine the four of us being on one crew together, just the amount of fun that we had, but also just the people that we were able to meet, the other churches that were there. I still have those connections with those people through like Facebook and social media. So it's just cool that was 10 years ago. So it's just cool to see 10 years later how God has worked in everyone's life.
Yeah, I still remember. I think Daniel Fulcher would probably get it if you leaned back there and did a little. Well, we have had some good trips and some enjoyable times. And I'll tell you what. Is there anything that you could share with the kids? Now you've gone through college. Yeah. We've got 3 kids from high school graduating this year. Is there anything you could share with them, and maybe the upcoming youth that are still in high school, that might be able to help them with the things they're going to face?
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of late nights. There's going to be a lot of early mornings. There's going to be a lot of times when you feel like you're not going to be successful at what you went to school for. But you just got to remember that God has you where you're at for a reason. and God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. So just keep your head held high and just know that with God's help and your will, because you have to work at it, you can achieve those things because you've already made it this far.
Amen, brother. That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Well, buddy, I love you dearly, and I'm so proud of you, and I know all the people at Ephesus are proud of you, and we just really appreciate the changes and the difference that you've made in the church family that we have here, and can't wait to see what the future holds for you, buddy. We love you.
Love you too.
I'm Clayton Parks. I've been going to Ephesus all my life. My family is long-term members. I graduated from Garner High School, and I plan on going to Wake Tech for a year or two and then transfer to probably UNCW or ECU. I plan on going to school for business.
Cool. Well, Clayton, we know that you've been a stand-up member, in the youth group, and we really appreciate it. We want to say thank you for all that you've done, and hope that the church does a great job supporting you and mentoring you in the future with all that you do, and to go ahead and be praying for you and doing anything else that we're able to do to help you along your way. We got a surprise here in just a little bit from Ron to go ahead and just help you out in your schooling that's going to be coming up. So we'll get to see that in just a minute. But if you can think of any one memory from your time in the youth group or church, what's something that stands out that you comes to mind that you're like, that was a really cool God moment?
I'd have to say the missions trip. It was the one from the
Morganton?
I think so. We were doing work in a house, and there's a lady next door. It was like a drug house, and she came over because there was a fence dividing the place we were working in her house. She came over to the fence and was like, I want to stop coming back to this house or whatever. And I'm pretty sure we brought her back to the site that we were staying at, and then they ended up putting her in a rehab center, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. I do remember that. That was definitely a big God moment.
Because she said something about going to that house. She's been going there for 7 years, and all day while we were working, you could see people going in and out.
Yeah.
It was bad. So it was bad.
It's pretty amazing to see the way that God puts us in the places that He needs us at the time that He needs us, as long as we open up our eyes to see whatever it is that He wants us to see. And that was definitely a place where He put us at the right time to work in that lady's life. Mm-hmm. So God's going to go ahead and work in the future with you, and I hope that you are able to keep your eyes open, your heart open to see the way that He can use you for things around you. But if you could go ahead and share one thing with future youth group people, something that really helped you, or something that you might do differently, or something you would like to do again, what's something you might share with them?
I would just say, I don't know, get good grades, do what you have to do, go in the right direction that God wants you to go, keep your eyes, ears open,
so
for people,
Good. So if you think about it, Satan always tries to go ahead and trick you to think that you're not good enough. Have you been able to go ahead and see how God continues to show you how important you are in other people's lives by the way that He's used you?
Yeah, for sure. If you go on any of the missions trips, with the youth group, you can just see as soon as you go into something like that, it's you're experienced to a world that you've never seen before. So when you can experience that and actually help people, make people happy off of practically, I wouldn't say doing nothing, but just they couldn't afford this to happen, so you did it, and it makes them happy and you were just there, you were working. So it's amazing to see something like that.
Awesome. Well, you and your family have always been an amazing part of Ephesus, and we're very proud of you, and just can't wait to see what the future holds for you, and hope that we can remain a part of it. So we love you, buddy, and cheers to the future for you. Well, hello, everyone. We're back again to go ahead and just let you experience meeting a few of the people who are graduating this year, and just to get a little chance to get to know them a little bit better. We got a couple young people here that are pretty awesome. I've had a great time being able to spend some time with them and see them grow up. Been able to see them do many wonderful things with their sports skills that they have and talents, and they'll probably share a little bit about what their future is because of what their talents are. But I'm going to go ahead and just pass it off to them and let them tell you just a little bit about themselves.
Hey, my name's Sean Nolan. I graduated from Cary High School this year, and my future plans are to go to Ireland to play soccer over there for a club called St. Matthew's. And honestly, the youth group has been a really big part of my life. I've been there probably since the start of high school, maybe at the end of 8th grade. Riley here brought me there. I thought it was really just like a hangout spot just for a couple of guys like in the area, but it turned into more like a family atmosphere for me, a way out and like a way to like open up and be myself around other people. And it's really changed me as a person to like experience that and experience some of the trips that we've gone on and the memories I have with a lot of the people that I'll cherish for a really, really long time.
That's awesome. How about you, Riley? How about you tell us a little bit about you, buddy?
Hey, I'm Riley Shields. I've been going to the youth group since 7th grade. I just graduated from Panther Creek High School, and I'm going over to Ireland with Sean here to play in the same soccer team at St. Matthew's Football Club. The youth groups had a big pull on me, probably. Definitely changed my life, helped me mature and grow with my life. Definitely meet new friends and family to have for a while.
That's cool. We've definitely been experiencing a lot of cool stuff with y'all around. It's perfect that the two of you are up there on vacation together in the mountains, and this interview is happening with the two of you together because, as most people need to know, usually you don't see one of you without the other, and that's just around school, and now it looks like it's going to continue into the future because it looks like both of you are going to head off and do the same thing. So that's just perfect, and everybody that knows y'all wouldn't have expected anything different. So along those lines, now that Sean, you kind of led into it a little bit on what I was going to ask about, is how important do you think it was having a friend like Riley that was part of the youth group to go ahead and influence your life for who you are now?
Well, honestly, I consider Riley a brother to me, and he seemed pretty passionate about going here. I've never really been religious, honestly. Parents aren't, but my dad went to Catholic school, and he pretty much just had enough with it. Mom isn't that religious, so I mean, they never really pushed it on me, but Riley was always about it. His parents were always passionate about it. And I was like, you know what? Why not just take a shot? Like, it can't hurt. And I realized it's pretty dope. Learning about God, and then like just everybody was just so open arms to you, and I've never experienced that before. And having a guy like Riley there, who I'm like comfortable with all the time, like no matter what, was even easier. Because going in there like not knowing anybody would have been like kind of weird, and I would have been like kind of awkward. And I might have like found my way, but no way without him. No way.
Good. Well, that just goes to show, how important it is for the youth to remember. It's important to go ahead and encourage and influence their friends to go ahead and be a part. It's not so bad there once you get there. So, Riley, leaning on into you, since you've been apart for so long, I've known your family for a long time, and your whole family's been a part of different things in youth group. But how about you? What's maybe some a memory that you can go ahead and maybe a God moment on one of the trips we've done, or something that we've done there at church that comes to mind with you that might be something that helped change your life?
Definitely the trips that we go on. A big trip would probably be like the World Changes trips down in Florida that I went to. Just going down there and like seeing what the kids and the people who had nothing but were still like open arms and loving to you, and it was just great to go and help them and do everything you could.
Awesome. Well, so just to ask the two of y'all, you could go ahead and just share in whatever. What's some advice that y'all can go ahead and give to the kids that haven't graduated yet? Maybe somebody's watching at home with a family and hasn't joined a youth group and hasn't come and visit. What's maybe some advice you can go ahead and just share here with them?
Just do it. Like, just do it. Like, don't hesitate. Like, my whole thing and the whole of my life is just don't do something because you might be scared. Just do it, because the outcome of it is 90% of the time not going to be as bad as you think. Like, I'd rather do it and try it and say I did it than rather say, no, I didn't do it just because I didn't want to. Just do it, because you're just going to have a good time. Like, if everybody's open arms to you, just take the opportunity. Just do it.
Whatever you do, just make yourself happy, no matter what it is, or when anybody else thinks. Just if it makes you happy, it's for you.
Cool. Well, for some of you that you know, recently some great news with Sean is not too long ago he decided to go ahead and give his life to Christ, and that was so awesome to witness that and see that. And we're hoping maybe sometime here in the future, back in the church, maybe talking him into come in and taking a swim in the baptism for a little bit. So, guys, I really thank you for joining me tonight and being able to go ahead and just chat for a little bit. Y'all both are amazing, and you speak your heart, and you are who you are, and I love you two for that. And you two are amazing guys, and I wish the best for you, and I can't wait to go ahead and see what the future holds for both of you. I love you both dearly, and just kudos to the future for both of y'all.
Love you too, Fleegle.
Love you too, Fleegle.
Well, graduates, I've had such a wonderful time spending some moments with you, talking about the past, some great stories to share, looking towards the future and the wonderful things that you have in store for you there, and then celebrating your graduation. What an interesting time it's been with having the situation that we're in for this year's graduation, but the graduating class of 2020 will definitely be one that'll go down in history. So I hope that even though this has been a crazy time, that it's had a lot of ups and downs and unexpecteds, that you have taken this interesting, different time to learn things that you never would have been able to in any other situation. God doesn't make mistakes, and He is working in you in ways that you can never imagine. I can't say enough how proud I am of each and every one of you and the love that I have for you. I know that, again, that you're just going to do things that are beyond our comprehension in the future. I strongly believe that the generation that we're raising up right now is going to make such an incredible change in this world. And I thank you for the commitments that you've made and for the things that you've done to go ahead and already start changing this world. You're amazing men and women of Christ, and I'm just so proud to be a part of your lives. Please shine that light that we've talked about before, and continue to go ahead and pass that along to the ones that you're going to lead and that you're going to go ahead and teach. I have a charge here for you, and it says, "Hold high the torch, you did not light its glow. 'Twas given you by other hands, you know. 'Tis yours to keep it burning bright, yours to pass on so as to share the light. For there are other feet that we may guide, so that in turn they'll hold it high and say, I watched another carry it this way. Hold high the torch, you did not light its glow. 'Twas given you by other hands, you know. I think it started down its pathway bright, the day the Maker said, let there be light. And he once said, who hung on Calvary's tree, you are the light of the world, go shine for me. I like reading that during graduation because it has just such special meaning to it, to let you know that there's been a lot of people that have invested in you and that have done many things, many sacrificial things to go ahead and make that torch burn for you. And I hope that you know that, and I hope that it's a torch that you are proud of, and that you will realize that you need to pass that torch on one day to others. So I hope your light shines bright in wherever you go and whatever you do, and that you realize that it's an important light that you hold. You are the light of this world, and it's important that you realize that that light needs to continue to shine, and that you need to go ahead and pass that light on and light other people's torch. There is a verse in John 8:12 that says, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will have the light of life and will never walk in darkness. That torch glows because of Christ. There's nothing that we can do to go ahead and light that torch, and there's nothing we can do to put it out. God's the one that's gone ahead and made that light burn. His sacrifice, what he did on the cross, went ahead and made that torch burn the way that it burns. It's our duty to go ahead and show that burning light that Christ goes ahead and gives. The future is going to hold many different things for you. It's going to be an interesting future. We've heard some of you say already about, don't worry about, taking chances, that you need to go ahead and just do it. Go for it. Live in the moment. And that's so true. It's important for you not to worry about tomorrow, but to go ahead and just worry about today and living in the moment. That's all we're promised. The next breath, we're not even promised. But the moment that we're living in right now and what we can do and what we can accomplish, that's where we need to be in, and realize that God has a plan for you. He has a plan for tomorrow. But let's go ahead and live in what he has for us right now and see how we can go ahead and change the world around us. It's an amazing world going through some crazy times. But I know that God will use people just like you, just like the family you have at Ephesus, just like the wonderful people that are around you and your family, to go ahead and do amazing things and change this crazy world that we live in, and let people know that the love of Christ through us is what's going to change this world. He's created so many wonderful things around us. The cicadas that you hear, the birds that chirp, the noises, the wind that blows. God's done some amazing things to go ahead and take our breath away in this world. And I hope that we go ahead and learn to share that with others, and to help go ahead and continue to go ahead and carry on that torch. I have this quote here from Eleanor Roosevelt, and I love this quote. It says, the purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. Don't be afraid. Move forward. Do amazing things. There's a wonderful thing I found just the other day in a cheesy fortune cookie. And how true is this? Failure is the chance to do better next time. What wonderful advice you can get from a cheesy fortune cookie sometimes. Well, graduates, I love you. I'm proud of you. And I know your Ephesus family is so proud of you. And I got one more thing for you I want to share with you, a little prayer we have here. Most holy and loving God, we have come to the end of another school year. We thank you that your presence has been with us, and as we have drawn closer to you this past year and have also drawn closer to one another, guide all the graduates in the years ahead. Show them the ways in which they may serve you in the church and in the world around them. As the church family, we pray that we have helped them to develop leadership qualities and a sense of right and wrong. May they live lives which glorify and praise you in all they do and say. Strengthen them, O God. Guide them. Bless them. Love them. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Us at Ephesus say to you, graduates, we love you. We've got your back, and we'll be there with you. So many wonderful things that you can go ahead and take from the lessons and the stories and the trips and everything that you've learned there. And I hope that each and every one of them you'll realize creates and makes you into who you are. Don't be afraid of taking risks. Don't be worried about the heartbreaks. Don't be worried about the turns and different ways that you go in your career that may not seem to work out. Later on, you'll look back and see one day how all those things played into important roles in your life, even the heartbreaks. They make you who you are. They develop you into who that God wants you to be, and they let him be able to use you in so many other people's lives. God loves you. He loves you unconditionally, and he's going to continue to do amazing things through you. We love you. Bye-bye.
Good morning, I'm Ron Trantham at the Ephesus Baptist Church, and I'm here this morning on behalf of our Ephesus Senior Scholarship Committee. And it really gives me a great pleasure to make a presentation to one of our fine seniors this morning on behalf of our church body. I want to tell you just a little bit about the Ephesus Scholarship, if I could. This program was designed some 20 years ago to provide a monetary scholarship to qualifying seniors as a tangible expression of the church's confidence and support in them, and to demonstrate our love and appreciation to them and their families for the Christian commitment and dedication they've shown. And over these past 20 years, our church has had the privilege of presenting some 30 scholarships over all of these years. And this happens to be a scholarship that's not based on need, it's not based on academics, but rather it's based largely on the youth's participation in our church activities, and particularly in the youth group, going on mission trips, being involved in conferences and so forth. That's done by our youth minister, attending church on a regular basis, and being involved in leadership roles and taking responsibility. And certainly our recipient this morning certainly falls in that category. And our recipient this year is Clayton Parks, and Clayton is getting a $1,500 scholarship, one-time scholarship from Ephesus Baptist Church, and this is presented at $500 per semester for the first 2 semesters, and then $250 for the following year on those semesters. Clayton, in his application, we asked a few questions, and I like the responses that Clayton has shared. He said that he's participated in youth conferences during the year as well as summer trips, and that's a big commitment for a young person to make these summer trips annually, to give up part of their summer vacation. And a question was asked about involvement in Ephesus and how it's been meaningful to your life. And Clayton says that there have been bonds created in his life that'll last him a lifetime. And I think that really speaks volumes about not only Clayton's parents, his grandparents who have been involved in his life and in the church, but beyond that, the teachers and the youth minister and others have been involved here at Ephesus in working with him and other youth. He's participated in a lot of trips that he feels that's taught him life lessons that he won't forget. And a big part of this experience is learning to be of service to others and to love others. And we're very thankful that Clayton was willing to share that expression in his application. He goes on to say, I'd not be where I am today without God in my life, and that relationship has become stronger due to my involvement in Ephesus Baptist Church. So what's the plans for Clayton after high school? And he indicates that he's going on to Wake Tech for 1 or 2 years and then transfer to a 4-year school, hopefully to obtain his bachelor's degree in business and entrepreneurship. And we need a lot more entrepreneurs, so I'm glad to hear you're going to do that. He says that he'll continue attending church on a regular basis while he's going to school. He looks forward to getting involved in faith-based groups, which is a great thing for college folks to do, and also participate continuously in mission trips and activities of the church. So Clayton, on behalf of the Ephesus Scholarship Committee, it gives me a great thrill to present to you a $1,500 scholarship on behalf of the Scholarship Committee, as well as all of the people and the folks here at Ephesus Baptist Church. So congratulations and our best wishes for you, and we just pray that God will be with you in all aspects of your life. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Clayton, and I just want to say a big thanks to Ron for the opportunity and the scholarship, and thank you for my friends, family, and this entire Ephesus entire group. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, and I just want to say thank you. So,
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. What a wonderful service we were able to have, and a wonderful time we've had to worship together. I wish we were all together right now, but unfortunately we can't be together. But we can go ahead and end this service together, thinking about the wonderful songs that have been sung, the special music that Doug put together with the song that he wrote, Rex with the wonderful song, There Was Jesus. I mean, just such wonderful things to go ahead and guide us, the words from the different graduates to be able to go ahead and guide us through worship today. What a wonderful thing to be thankful for. Just remember, I know there's so many crazy things going on right now, and we're wondering sometimes, where is Jesus in all of this? We're concerned about our jobs. We're concerned about the future. We're concerned about how things are going with our kids. We're concerned about getting sick. We're concerned about being able to get back to church and worship together. So many different things that worry us and that we're concerned about. But I just want us to remember that Jesus is there. Jesus is there all the time. He's here with us right now. There may be some out there right now that haven't accepted Him and asked Him into their hearts. And maybe right now is the time that you need to do that in this uncertainty. He is something that's certain. I mean, you're right there in your home right now. There's nothing holding you back. Take the time. Kneel down, get down on your knees, bow your head, and just ask Him to please come into your heart, and ask Him to go ahead and just say, I believe, Jesus. I believe in you, and I want you to be part of my life. I want to live for you, and I want to go ahead and give myself to you. I mean, right now there may be some of us that have just been struggling and doing our own thing and going our own way because of it, and we've kind of lost sight of Jesus and where He's at. Right now, take the time. Get down on your knees right there where you're at and just pray with me. And remember, Jesus is there. He's there with you right now. He's with us all the time. All we have to do is say the words, Jesus, be with me. Jesus, I need you. Jesus, I need you in my heart. Jesus, please come into my heart. Please, if you haven't accepted Him, if you're struggling right now, just say these words and pray with me right now. Dear Lord, dear Jesus, I believe in you. I believe that you died on the cross. I believe that in 3 days you rose again from the dead, and I believe that you only want from me my love. And Lord, I just ask you right now to come into my heart and live unconditional love through me, Lord, and show me, Lord, the amazing things that you can go ahead and share with me in the relationship that we can have together. Say those words right now. Say those words and ask Him to come into your heart. You don't have to be somewhere special. You can do it right there where you're at right now. And we'll celebrate with you in our hearts. Listen, this is not a time to go ahead and be uncertain. This is a time to be certain, and the only way we can do that is through a relationship with Christ. I hope today that we've drawn you closer to Him. That's the goal through what we worship. It's not for us to go ahead and have a fuzzy feeling and have a good time. It's for us to draw closer to Him and let Him know how much we love Him. And I hope we did that today. We love you and we hope to hear from you. Send us an email. Send us a note on Facebook. and just let us know that you had a good worship service, or that you asked Christ in your heart, or that we can pray for you, or whatever we can do. Our hearts go out to you. We love you.
Staring at the long, long road ahead, you wonder at the unknown life before you. Now turn your eyes, look at the Lord instead, and walk along the path that He has for you. Do not fear, do not worry, don't look ahead, live in today. He is here, walking with you. So let the Lord show you the way. You know this world can sometimes be unkind. The struggles that you face seem to surround you. But as you place your trust in God, you'll find that He will gladly fight your battles for you. Do not fear, do not worry, don't look ahead, live in today. He is here, walking with you. So let the Lord show you the way. You must set your mind on things above and not on things of earth. For you have died, and now your life is hidden with Christ in God. Do not fear.